There it is. We're live. As you can see, Marie and Kevin are joining me on this live watch along of The Exorcist. Finally, guys, we finally got to this movie. We're really doing it, man.
Yeah.
We're doing it. So scale of 1 to 10. I might ask Marie first. How scared are you to watch this movie tonight?
Okay. Well, honestly, I'm a bit sick. I've been sick for a couple days. If I cough during this, I'm really sorry. I'll try to like cough off mic or like mute myself. And I think that's helping my fear factor level because I'm kind of like, so I'm not like super intense or anxious right now. And I feel like I watched this not too long ago, like around Halloween time. So I think I'm prepared. I don't know. Now I'm getting scared that you're bringing it up. I don't know.
I love that. It's been a while for me. I've not watched this movie in quite a while, actually. Probably a couple of years. It's been a while.
Damn.
What about you?
Okay.
I watched it the 1st of October, the last 2 years. I watched it just kicking off Halloween season in 2022, and then they were showing the 50th anniversary in theaters, and so that's when I went and saw it. But they played the extended cut, so I had a bunch of like CGI stuff in it. That was weird. That was a weird watch. So I'm excited to watch the original, which is what we're watching. We're watching the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're watching the original. I believe it's a little over 2 hours, so it's a long one, but we can do it.
Mine says 2 hours and 2 hours and 2 minutes. 2 hours and 2 minutes is what mine is. We all got the same thing?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, Kev.
No, I was gonna say I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Yeah, I'm ready too. I love that green like background, by the way, of The Exorcist on your TV, Kev.
Yeah,
like
sweet.
the green is sick.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured we'd start 10 seconds in, right when the Warner Brothers picture logo is on the screen. Figured that would be a good spot. So anybody that's following along, that's where we're gonna start.
All right, I'm gonna get mine queued up then.
All right.
Yeah, I'm watching mine off Prime, and it's off like Stars. So mine's like 23 seconds in, but the Warner Brothers thing is like right there.
Cool. Awesome.
In view. This is what it looks like. There.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
Yes. The same.
Well, hang on. I got Freakin' talking. Right. Hang on.
I love the dark Warner Brothers logo too.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, we'll go 1, 2, and play. 1, 2, 3, and play. All right, 1, 2, 3, play. What's up, guys, in the chat? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Yay!
Oh, Sham's here.
What's up, Sham?
What's up, man?
What's up, Mud? If y'all can hear
Mud, what's up, dude?
The movie in the background, let me know, because I do have my sound playing. Can y'all hear it?
My sound's playing too.
Mine's playing too. I might be a little bit behind.
Okay, I just don't want to make sure like it's bleeding into the microphone to where y'all can't hear it. Or like can't hear me.
No,
I
sound
can
good.
hear it good.
Mm-hmm. My VHS that's playing is just gonna be a little bit ahead. I don't have a remote for it. And it's too much of a pain to just get up and run back and forth.
I mean, maybe just be Kevin's camera turning off and on.
Oh
and
my
off
god!
And off and on.
Yeah.
All the spooky vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, Marie? It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
How was your Halloween season?
My Halloween season was good. It was, the only thing that sucked was the weather was terrible here. It was like really, really cold for October. Total contrast from last year. So like the kids were out trick-or-treating for like 20 minutes or 15 minutes. We're like, we got to go home. It's just too cold. It's freezing. But now it's nice out. Now it's like above zero. I don't know what that would be for like. I don't know what that would be.
Like in the 30s.
Cold. Would it be?
Yeah,
would it be in the 30s?
Nice.
Okay.
I don't know. It's been like 10 degrees Celsius here sometimes. I'm checking. So it's been like 50. It's been like 50-ish here, and that's pretty good for November.
Is it always like super cold during Halloween, or was this like a outlier?
No, it could be all over the place. Like last year, it was pretty warm. It probably was like 60 or something degrees Fahrenheit, maybe. And then this year was like minus 20 or something like that. It was crazy. So it's all over. Sometimes there's like blizzards, sometimes there's like wet snow. A lot of the times there's snow, so it's like hit or miss. If we get a nice one, it's like yeah, and you're like crying because it's so nice.
Man, I haven't seen snow in like 2 years, man.
You know what?
Same.
I
I haven't. It
It's been
like
You know
too
what?
long.
it didn't do shit here last year. I remember I woke
Nothing.
up. I woke up one morning at 6 a.m. and I was like, "Wow, it's snowing its ass off." And then I went out for lunch and it was all gone. It was all melted.
I like that.
Yeah, this was
Marie's like,
it. Last
"Fuck
year
this
was the
stuff."
first year in the Carolinas where we didn't have any inclement weather, like no snow, no sleet, no ice, nothing.
I was
Yeah.
there last year at this time. I was there for Thanksgiving last year.
Jinxed
That
it.
was
Oh, yeah.
awesome. I think that it was
We-
nice last year when I was there. I loved it that it was
Yeah, I
nice.
remember every
Yeah,
time you talk about your trip, I just remember you going like, "The dirt's red. You have you have red clay."
I'll
yeah.
never forget the time where he's like, "Dude, y'all's roads are so nice." Like she
Some
was
of
so
them.
obsessed with the roads. I'm like, I don't know. Like my roads are terrible where I live.
Every day when I lived up in New Hampshire, not my vibe. Yeah, I feel like if we
Ooh.
got it every day, I'd be like, I'm sick of it. But I don't know where Mud's from. I feel like he's let me know, man. I feel like you're still up north kinda, like New Yorkish. But yeah, here in North Carolina, we might get a snow. And when I say snow, like a sprinkling, maybe twice a year. It's usually like in March or February. That's it.
Really?
No
Oh,
white Christmases,
No, I wish. I
nothing.
wish we had at least one white Christmas. Like give me one, please.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I would trade all of them now. I used to think that I could never live without snow for Christmas, but now I
Yeah.
can. I believe I could have a palm tree Christmas and I'd be fine.
Last Christmas here it was freezing. It was the coldest it
Yeah,
was all year.
it
But
was pretty
usually
cold.
usually it's like hot.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
hot.
it was like in the 60s.
Yeah, it sucks.
So what do we think about this opening scene?
To be honest, I never
Um,
remember what happens in it. I just know he's out there in like the desert.
Yeah.
He finds like a totem, and there's a really cool shot of him in the sun, and that's all I remember. But I like it.
I feel like it lulls you into a false sense of security. This opening, it's
Oh,
like,
100
oh, okay, like
100%. This
this
is
is
ain't
nice
bad.
and
Yeah, this
yeah,
ain't
this is
bad.
nice and warm and like, oh,
Mhm.
there's a statue. Okay, whatever. That's not scary. And then and then you're in a freezing cold bedroom with a
Yeah.
well, I can't even. It's coming. I can't believe it's coming. I can't believe
That
it's
is true. This is the only time the movie feels well,
warm.
except for the very last shot of Reagan, which I love.
Mm,
We'll get to that.
Yes, yes.
It's a good one.
Ooh, this is a creepy eye guy. Jeez.
Yeah.
Uh
It's
oh.
like the Passion
Bad
of the
omen.
Christ.
Yeah. Ooh.
I remember watching that movie for the first time. I think I've only seen that movie once.
Same.
I was a kid, never gonna watch it again.
Yeah, we went and saw it in theaters, and it was just like, God.
I remember watching
brutal.
it with I remember watching it with my mom, and like she was just crying. And like I didn't know the significance of it when I was that small, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I could bring
Yeah.
myself to watch that movie again.
I saw it in the theater like 4 or 5 times when it came out. Weirdos.
Of course you did, Marie.
Yeah, of course. And also my grandparents, my dad's parents accidentally snuck into it in the movie theater, accidentally snuck into it. And then they were telling my parents all about this. And my mom was like, oh, to my grandma, I called her my mamay, they were French. And my grandma's like, oh, so my mom said, oh, did you cry? Marie cried so hard in it. And know what my grandma said? She goes, no, we knew how it was going to end.
Dang.
Going to end. The whole world knows the ending. It's not a shock when Jesus dies.
Yeah, we knew he got whipped and hung up on a cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be bad.
Yeah, we figured he was gonna die for everybody. Like I don't know.
Oh my God.
She was a hoot. Ugh.
So, for those of you watching, we're going to release a podcast on Monday is when I'm going to drop the podcast, but we're actually recording it Friday for Terrifier 2 because Maria's finally seen it. And I cannot
Yeah.
wait to discuss that with her. But I do have just wanted to say we do have an episode of all three of us coming out. I don't remember the last time outside of a watch along, all three of us got like on an actual recorded podcast.
Yeah, true.
It's
Same.
been a while.
What was it about? What was
I don't know. I can't remember. Because I feel like once we started our first watch along, we just like went on a tear.
I think it was Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was my reaction to that watching it for the first time. Crazy how much time has passed and how things have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the other night, speaking of how much has changed, which is awesome, by the way, talking about tattoos and Blair Witch stuff, and Mike's like, you know what, man? I think I might give me a Blair Witch tattoo as well.
Yes.
So all three of us might end up getting one.
Well, everyone get it in the same spot.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get
and
mine.
We can all be like, douche. And then when we all meet each other for the first time, we'll be like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was explaining to Kevin, like, it would be a meaningful tattoo for me because, like, all of the adventures we've been on, like, how much I, like, grown to really love and care about that movie. So, like, I don't know. It would be, like, a real special tattoo for me to get.
Yeah.
Yep. I say do it. You won't regret it. Let me tell you.
Do it.
I have no regrets at all. Yeah, I always just, he's just distraught this whole beginning. Like, it's just him walking around distraught, looking at stuff, being kind of creeped out. And then he's like in that room with that other priest man or some man. Not a priest, I don't know what he is.
In the extended cut, I remember this opening is like way shorter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a cool shot.
I don't think I've seen the extended version. I think I've only watched this one.
Me too.
Kev, do you prefer this one?
Yeah. Yeah, the extended one. I don't know if you're a Star Wars fan, if you watched the original trilogy. I did all the time growing up. Not a big Star Wars fan now, but you know, it was a part of my childhood for a while. But then they re-released them and they did all those edits, and George Lucas wedged in a bunch of just CGI stuff and new scenes, and it really just ruined it. And so they did the same thing with the extended cut. They put CGI effects over Reagan's face and added some extended stuff in the hospital. It just really diluted a lot of it for me. It was a weird theater experience. That was the same one where the woman was on her phone. And I went down and was like, put it away.
Use it on the throne of lies.
You smell like cheese. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good old Georgetown.
We've been there. We have been right there, man. In the rain, in the storm. Running up those stairs, waiting on people.
Running up those stairs. Marie, you need to come to the States. We all need to take a trip, like big filming location trip.
Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe you need to come whenever the Blair Witch has the 25th anniversary, and we can stop by the Exorcist steps because everything's right in that area. That would be the trip.
I couldn't imagine being somewhere where it was like, oh my God, one of my most favorite movies ever was filmed here. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Because I don't live anywhere near anything like that. So if I just like saw Blair Witch for it, oh God, I'm starting to get choked up thinking about it. Nope.
Yeah.
Starting to get choked up.
Well,
if I saw those things in the trees, I would just cry, you guys.
And like I said, I've grown to love that movie, and I know it's like y'all's favorite. So like, I just can't imagine like what that would be like. Like I told Kev when we were on the trip, like I remember looking over and I was like, dude, I can't imagine what this is like for you. Cause like, this is your favorite horror movie of all time.
I still can't believe we did. I was telling Maria, I'm like, I can't believe we saw everything. And we interviewed Susie. We met her. We hugged her. She signed a bunch of stuff. Like, life is so strange sometimes, man. Like when you're in the moment, it's awesome. But then when you're past it, you're like, I cannot believe that happened. Did that actually happen? Very cool. Very grateful that I live in a place where I can travel to these locations that are kind of far, but not super far, you know? That was so much fun. I can't wait to get that video out.
Thursday, right before I eat some greens.
Yeah, I tried to upload it today just to have it ready, and it was going to take like 24 hours to upload. I was like, well, I'm going to have to shut this down and try again tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I cannot.
24 hours.
Dude. I don't know why it's taking that long.
Do you know how long the video is?
It's like 42 minutes.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
It's in 4K. So that's probably why, but I don't know. My computer's been kind of laggy recently, so it's probably having a tough time. But I worked hard as hell on that video.
Oh, I know you did. What have you done to that computer? Isn't that a brand new computer?
Mm-hmm. What did you like to do, man? Just, I need to clean it up. There's just stuff all on the desktop, which I'm usually good at not having clutter, but there's a bunch of crap.
Marie, y'all already celebrated Thanksgiving, correct?
Yep, that's in October for us.
Do you eat like the traditional food, turkey, stuffing?
Yes, but what we don't, what isn't traditional here is like green bean casserole. Isn't like, not everyone has it, but I see it a lot on TV. But I did have it this year and it was really good. And also the sweet potato pie, or like all the yam stuff. No, we don't do that here. Sweet potato pie.
Why not? So good.
I don't know. It's just not part of our Canadian culture. I don't know.
Do you do deviled eggs?
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna crush everyone's spirit. I don't like deviled eggs.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
They taste like farts.
Oh, well, they're good, man.
They taste like gelatinous farts. Solidified jelly farts in your mouth.
They taste like vinegary eggs. Like mustardy, peppery.
Well, actually, Marie, I appreciate people like you, because that means you won't eat all of them. So that means more for me.
Oh, I'm gonna send
I would make them and share.
Oh, they're so good. Grew up on deviled eggs. Nom, 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 nom.
I don't like hard-boiled eggs. Like, I don't like hard-boiled eggs at all. So
I don't really like those, but deviled eggs I like.
My mom used to make me egg salad sandwiches.
Yeah, those are good.
I don't. It's just too farty for me, boys. I'm sorry. Too sulfury. It's too much.
Oh, it is.
But I respect you guys.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
It burns. It burns.
I hurt my throat. It burns.
You know, the
song.
I know. I was just about to say this score right here just gets me going.
Well, this is it is a crazy flavor. Thank you, Mud. I don't know who you are, but yes, that crazy fart flavor with mustard or whatever, whipped yolk. I don't know.
Do you are you talking about like you could taste the fart on your tongue? Is that what you're trying to say?
I could taste it on my tongue.
I could taste it in my soul, actually.
Yeah, tuxedos seem kind of fucked up. You should leave.
You guys in your quotes.
Marie, have you seen Step Brothers?
I like a long time ago, and I don't remember. Well, you guys like quote movies like crazy. I'm like, I have no idea, like lines from movies and stuff. I'm like,
it just makes life better. I don't know. I'm glad I know.
That might be our next watch along.
Okay, we haven't done a comedy. It's always horror. It's always been horror, right?
Yeah, and Marie's gonna be like, all right, I can't with you guys. Logs out.
Are awful.
Logs out 10 minutes into the movie.
No.
Have like a platter of deviled eggs with us too.
There's
you guys just eating deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Not just like I can smell the farts from here.
There's Reagan in her truest form.
Mike, you haven't seen Believer yet, have you?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if I want to. I will say that tomorrow night we're gonna go see Thanksgiving.
I was about to ask you've seen that yet.
No,
I'm going to see it.
I'm gonna go see it, but the Believer, no.
Yeah,
like I wanted to. Like I had plans to go see it, but then everybody talked about how trash it was, so we decided to go see the new Saw instead. Which I never thought in a million years that I would thought it was at least solid because I thought it was solid.
Yeah.
But then I would pick that over the new Exorcist because I was just so over Saw movies. You know what I mean?
Me too. I went and like binged all of them before Saw X, and once it got to like Saw 4, I was like, I am tapping
Pretty
out,
bad.
man. This
Yeah.
is
Pretty
terrible.
bad.
But I
Pretty
watched
bad.
all of them. I watched all of them. Like the first half of Saw X a lot. Second half kind of fell apart for me.
Yeah, it makes sense. I kind of agree with that. I just maybe I liked it. It's one of those things where like you didn't expect to like something, so
Mm.
it's probably a lot better than what it is, or you think it's a lot better than what it is. I don't know.
It got really good reviews, actually. It got really good reviews, especially in
Yeah.
comparison to Exorcist Believer. I think
Oh,
you guys
man,
should watch it,
there's-
Mike, but watch it, like rent it, and
Mhm.
you just have to watch it just to be so mad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please.
That's the only way.
I don't even think I have to rent it. I think it's on HBO Max already.
Is it?
Mhm.
Yeah,
That or
like-
Oh,
Peacock.
damn, okay.
Yeah, at least if you're gonna watch it, see how much of a disservice they did to just the legacy and the character of Chris McNeil. Man, it's bad, really bad.
Yeah. Like we were laughing in the theater. Like we were laughing at parts.
That's crazy. Like
Laughing.
and that
'Cause it's,
that,
like,
re-
it's so
that really
bad.
pisses me off. And like again, like what is they're supposed to make 2 more movies. I don't know how that's
God.
possible. I don't know how
Oh,
that's
God.
possible. And I haven't
Yeah.
even seen it. I'm just thinking like I don't know.
Yeah, because there's nothing there to latch on to. There's no characters you root for.
Yeah.
The legacy characters are just like spat on and stepped on and thrown to the curb. And
What Blumhouse does.
yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
there's really no like genuinely interesting cliffhanger. There's nothing compelling. No pun intended. There's nothing.
Ah, see what you did there.
But Thanksgiving, I'd like to watch it again when it comes out on streaming. I liked a lot of it. But I just have the same
How was your theater experience?
bad. It was bad.
I fucking knew it.
It's always bad. It was a packed house. I saw in Atlanta, and packed house. And there was a couple of people behind me, just like the talkers you get, where they're just like the theater's quiet, the killer's sneaking up on the final girl, and the guy behind me is just like, "Oh my god, run, bitch, run, bitch!"
Oh,
Just commentating the whole movie, thinking he's funny. So that's what I heard the whole time, and but there is a lot of stuff in it that I enjoy, but I just don't understand why it's so hard for horror movies to just give like likable characters for you to care about.
So
It's like it's so hard for people to write good characters.
did y'all hear about the Melissa Barea news?
I did.
Did you hear about that, Marie?
yeah, but I haven't watched like a
Yeah.
new Scream movie, and I don't really know who her character. I'm
Yeah.
guessing who her character is. Maybe I might know, but
The main,
and apparently is the
person
main
that
thing. Like
named-
there's nothing.
The main character.
She's Billy's daughter.
That's my
Billy.
thought.
Billy. Yeah.
Billy.
She's the
Didn't know
main
what that was
character.
from.
That like the
I-
whole news story. She's the central character. Everything is about her, and so
So I'm
that's
curious.
crazy.
Yeah, like I'm just interested to know where they're gonna go now. I know they got new writers and directors, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, trust me, I'll be the first one to tell you that like I'm not her biggest fan, but I thought she definitely did a lot better in the newer one than
Same.
the movie before. But I just thought that was absolutely crazy to do that.
Yeah, it's not like she came out. I mean, I don't know everything. I don't know all the context, but
Me neither.
from what I've read, she didn't come out really say anything super one-sided or bad. She was just standing up for like genocide is bad, and for Palestinians, but also like she wasn't omitting the Jews. Like she was just very kind of central, but she was standing up for the other side that felt like it wasn't being spoken about enough. And so she posted a lot. So I think that's probably, I don't know what kind of got her canceled, which is what happens in today's world.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unfortunately.
So we'll see what they do with that.
Just scrap it. Be done with that franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like the last one a lot. Kevin knows that, but now I'm just like I'm just kind of like disinterested in it, even though I liked it.
Mhm.
Like, I wish it would have just ended.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
It ends at 3 for me. That's my trilogy.
Yeah, I think I told you that when I first saw Scream 6, I think I was so shocked that I liked it so much that I ended up putting it above 3. You know, that's changed.
Bring the
Since,
devil in my house, man.
since I watched them all recently. I still feel the same about 4. I know you've come around a little bit, Kev, to 4,
Yep.
but now granted, the only terrible one that kind of makes me sick and I just can't watch is
5.
5. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wish that they would stop remaking these movies and come up
Yeah.
with something new.
Well said.
I have a question.
Ask.
Does everyone remember their first time experience watching The Exorcist?
I do. Oh,
Let's hear it.
Floor
Everyone
yours?
tell their stories.
I-
Everyone tell their stories.
so I don't know how old I was, but I was in youth group, and we would have kind of like these sleepovers. Everybody would come to our house, or we'd go to just like friends' houses, whatever. And we were upstairs, and I don't know how we picked it, or how we got it, but we started watching The Exorcist, and it just fucked me up. And I had one of those attic doors in my room, that like the square doors, not like the Chevy Chase stair doors, but just the doors you push up and slide. And then after seeing this movie, and you hear like the noises up in the attic, I was so scared that my dad put locks on that door, which is kind of even more freaky if you think about it. But that was my first time.
Marie?
Well, that's just like, yeah, I was in youth group. I don't know how we got it. Someone brought it as like contraband,
Yeah.
like youth group contraband.
Look what I got.
Guys,
oh my
look,
God.
Look.
Okay, so how old were you, do you think?
Like 12.
Like 12?
Maybe younger than 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 to 12, somewhere in that age range.
I think I was probably like the same. I was like in the 7th grade, maybe 6th or 7th grade. I don't know how old you are in that. Yeah, it's the 12-ish, maybe 12. And I was at a sleepover. And I grew up Catholic, like going to church and everything like that. I was a little altar girl, only serving like the altar and all that. Like I was like Catholic. My parents are Catholic. So yeah, this movie would not have been allowed. I wasn't even allowed to watch The Predator or anything. So when I was at a sleepover and the parents were like, you know, not like my parents, and they rented it for all of us girls, my parents were pissed. They were pissed. So I watched it, and we all watched it, and we all were like screaming at the top of our lungs during parts of it. Like all these like 12-year-old girls, like 8 or 10 of us. And I was dry heaving, and because I was so scared. And then I went home and I was like crying, and my parents were pissed. And then I didn't sleep with the light off for 6 months.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, this was I mean, that was so much fun back in the day. We didn't have cell phones just to like be on if we got scared or distract us to take us out of the movies. So
No,
you're just so locked in. And I remember the opening, we were just kind of chatting back and forth because it's kind of boring. It takes a little bit to get going. But then once Reagan comes down the stairs with the party and she's like, "You're going to die up there," that just like the whole mood changes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was not with a bunch of people. I was actually with my uncle. Shocking, because I feel like all of my first watches was with him. But I will say, this was a movie that definitely I watched like down in my horror catalog. I'd watched a bunch of slashers before I got to this movie, and I remember, I went over to my grandma's house, which my uncle was living at, and we hopped on the PlayStation for a little bit, and he was like, "Do you want to eat and watch a movie?" I was like, "Absolutely." I remember he fixed me like these little small pancakes that were bite size that you just stick in the microwave. I know I'm being very descriptive, but
I love it.
I vividly remember this. and he put on The Exorcist. And when I tell you that I was like so fucking scared of this movie, like I did not like I was never scared of the dark or anything like that, but I had to sleep with my light on that night. I slept in the living room because I didn't want to be in the bedroom by myself. But it was a movie that like I was just fully intrigued with. It was something that obviously I'd never seen before. And yeah, it still creeps me out to this day because I think about the first time that I saw it.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy, and it still has the same effect on me. Especially when I'm home alone. So
especially when I'm
good.
I should shut my door.
Yeah, I like how you're like, this is very detailed. Like I had the little mini pancakes, and nothing goes well with little mini pancakes like The Exorcist, the perfect pairing.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So
I love that shot of Reagan, the photo.
I know.
Because it comes full circle there at the end. Creepy.
And she sits like that on the bed. Yes.
Yeah.
She's like laughing on the bed. Ooh. Oh, I got chills. Oh no.
I did too. I got chills.
Oh god, it's coming, guys. It's coming.
What's the scariest part in this movie for you guys? God, the fucking attic, man. There it goes.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I don't know. There's many scenes. I would say it's crazy you bring up like the sounds coming from the attic. Always just felt like that really creeped me out. We didn't have an attic I mean we did, but it was nothing like I paid attention to like before this movie, and I felt like I would always just look at it. But I vividly remember like after watching this movie, I would just hear like any little sounds throughout the house, like I would pick up on that I felt like I didn't pick up on before. So as crazy as it sounds, I don't know if it's the scariest, but that's just something that like has always sat with me with this movie was like the sounds of the movie. So I don't know specifically for me what specific scene, but it would be the sounds because it had that effect on me.
That shot of Reagan was really freaky. Where she's just staring into like the abyss. Like she knows what's about to happen. It just a really weird dread look.
I don't really know if there's like specific scenes, but to me it was just her whole look and voice when she's possessed. Oh god, I get choked
real.
up. I'm like, it looks real, it feels real. The movement of her mouth, like the voice, it looks like it's coming out of her. It sounds like it could be coming out of her. Her face looks like that could be a real possessed face. Like it's so realistic. And that voice haunted me. I remember one time my cousin was like doing the voice and I said, don't do it. Don't do that voice. And she kept doing it and I like smacked her across the face at a reaction. I'm like, I told you not to do it. Like I was so scared. This movie traumatized me for so many years. And it was just the haunting image of her. It really bothered me. And I don't know. Just all the scenes. Oh, the tongue coming out of her when she's like, oh god, I hate that. And I hate even the grandma, or not the grandma, his mom on the bed, like, why you do this to me, Demi? It's so scary. It's so creepy. Well,
I remember the first time the face pops up out of nowhere. Like I just never experienced anything like that. Ever. And so when that happened, it's just a shock to your system. And it just puts you on edge instantly because it's such a shocking image that's seared into your brain. And so even to this day, that still like gives me the creeps. Even after seeing, I can't remember the actress's name that does the face, but the behind the scenes video of how that's done, that's kind of goofy, but still the way Freakin implements it into the story is just so unnerving, so scary.
Do you feel like the older y'all have gotten, and like I don't want to say because I feel like when I was younger, my family like didn't go to church or anything like that. But you know, the older you get, the more you learn about God and religion and stuff like that. Did this movie like creep y'all out any other way? Like creep y'all out more? I guess the older you gotten, the more you learned about religion or anything like that.
It's probably the opposite for me.
Yeah.
Because when I was young, like I was raised so Catholic, like my grandma sang her rosary every night, and like I went to church every Sunday and Sunday school and all that, communion, all that stuff. So it was just basically like God is real, possession's real, this is all real.
Yeah.
So you just think that's real when you're young. Then when I grew up, I was like, well, wait a second. Then I started to like have more of a, well, I'm not sure, and blah blah blah. And I still always believed in like paranormal stuff, but I think when I was young, I was so this was fact and real, and you just believe it. And then when I grew up, you know, you get more of like a mind of your own, and like logic comes in. I'm not saying there is no God or there is or isn't. I'm just saying, like, I think for me it was opposite. I think
same. I would say same. I grew up in a very religious household, with the church every Sunday, and so watching this just felt like I was watching the most cursed, demonic thing you could ever watch, and it was like a part of me now. It was in my house, and I just couldn't erase it from my memory. And so, whenever I was a kid and growing up for the longest time, I couldn't even read the title of The Exorcist when it came on TV. It would scare me that bad. But then, you get older, and you just have a lot kind of things that you experience throughout life with faith and losing it and questioning it. And so, the power of this movie is still there for me, but it's not as like, um, I don't know how to say it. It's not as submersive or as threatening as it used to feel when I was younger, but it's still like, if I turn this on by myself, I'm scared.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's a scary one for sure.
What about you, Mike? Did it get more scary or less scary?
More for me, I think. Just because I didn't grow up, or we weren't big into religion or anything like that. So I didn't know anything about it. I mean, it obviously still had an effect on me when I was little, but like now it's just, I don't know. Like I still question a lot, still believe in a lot. Sometimes I don't, like, so it just kind of goes back and forth. But it makes me like, I've never experienced like anything like any ghosts or anything paranormal ever happen around me or to me. But for some reason, I feel like it sticks with me more the older I get. I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think I appreciate this movie a lot more as an adult than when I was young. It was just like a traumatic experience. Like it was just like you were watching something, you were going through something like an adrenaline, like it was testing you or something, it wasn't even like, oh, this is a film. This is just to test you and how scared are you going to get and everything. And then now when I'm older and like a mom and stuff, I can see it as a more of a cohesive film, and like just the mother's love and all that. I see it totally different now than when I was younger, which I appreciate it so much more now.
Very well said. This movie feels like a true event that was captured. It doesn't feel like you're watching a movie. What's up, Nick? Nick Pushes Hard channel.
What's up, Nick?
What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Same. That was very well said. Like when you're young, it still is a traumatic experience watching this thing. It's like you have to brace yourself for a car wreck when you're watching it. But because I have just experienced so much through cinema, especially horror movies, I just respect this movie more and more every time I watch it. It's so unbelievable how freaking and Blatty, everybody created something so monumental and malevolent in every aspect of this film. It's just so masterful. 50 years ago too. Insane.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal. I'm with you both.
And Reagan kills that guy, right? That guy on the right. They find him outside her window. They're like, it had to have been her. Ugh. I wonder how the totem got to the bottom of the steps. That's freaky.
Does that? I don't remember that.
The I don't know what his occupation is, but it's the fan of Chris McNeil, the guy with the hat, like the mustache. He's like, I just want to show it. He finds at the bottom of the steps. I don't know if he's a detective or what he is.
Oh, okay. See, some of the aspects of this movie get so overshadowed in my head
Yeah.
of all the traumatic parts where I just like forget some of like the littler stuff. I enjoy more.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, good point. True.
He's so
Yeah.
good in this movie.
Yeah, he is.
Mhm.
Even in 3. Good God.
Ooh, don't like that. Like, okay.
Mike, have you seen Exorcist 3?
No.
Oh my God.
Man,
Is it good?
It's so good.
Is it
I
good?
It's
love
different.
it.
It's very different than this one, but
How's
Very.
2? How's 2? Do I need to
Haven't-
watch? Do I need to
haven't-
watch 2, or can I go to
No.
3?
nah.
No.
I don't think no, you don't need to watch 2 at all. No. I watched 2 when I was younger, and I remember it being extremely boring. I watched 3 for the first time, I think, like within the last year, like within
Yeah.
this year, and I waited because I was like, oh, I don't want to see Exorcist 3. Like I just didn't think I was gonna like it. I didn't want to ruin this movie. Okay, wait. She's gonna say the line. Oof. Oh, and then the P. Come on now.
So eerie.
But I'm so glad I waited till I was older, like till now, to watch 3. I really, it's very different vibe, very different like type of movie.
Yeah.
It's but in its own
Great
right, it's like
story.
amazing, great story,
Y'all
yeah,
gonna
great
make me wanna.
acting.
You're gonna make me want to watch this tonight.
It's dude, one of the main actors is Brad Dourif, and he's
Oh,
fucking
really?
great. He's so good in it.
Dude,
It's
he's a good actor, period, man. Like he's so good.
yeah, William Peter Blatty, who wrote this movie, also wrote originally it was called Legion, but they changed it to Exorcist 3. Wrote and directed Exorcist 3.
Directed it.
And it is yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like it better than this one. I still put this one above it, but it's toe to toe with it in terms of filmmaking, storytelling, and the atmosphere.
Well, I
man,
might
it's
watch
great.
it tonight because it's free, literally on Tubi, Prime.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, as a film, as an actual film, I think I like it better than this one.
Mm.
This one to me is still like nothing can compare, but I as a movie, I think I like
Yeah.
the third one better in a way.
Yeah, this one's so intimate feeling.
Yeah.
And 3, oh God. It's starting. 3 is so clinical and
Yeah.
cold feeling. It's so clinical
Mm.
and like a domino effect. Every box gets checked, and it's so measured. It's
Yeah.
good.
Brad Dourif deserved an award, man.
He did.
He's amazing.
Love Brad Dourif.
Has anybody heard him talk in his like Chucky voice, but like in person? Like whether it's like on a YouTube video, like has he done that? Like I haven't.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Me neither.
No.
I'd
Me
love to
neither.
meet him.
Me too. Me
Hopefully
too. I think
hopefully he's cool and not uncool like some people I've met recently.
Are you comfortable?
no.
Are you comfortable going into that? Not tonight, but I was thinking about bringing it up on Friday's podcast.
Oh yeah, whenever. I have no problem
So,
talking about that.
That's when you told me that, I was like, man,
Mhm.
my sister. That's why she wanted to go to the con, and I told her that. She's like, no, I don't believe it. No way, no way.
Yeah, it wasn't
Okay.
great.
You guys, you can't just say this and not tell me what happened.
Well, I guess I'll tee it up. I met the Scream cast, Nev Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, Jamie Kennedy, and the guy that plays Ghostface in the original, Lee Waddell. And a few of them were just rude.
Oh, I didn't know you met Lee.
Really let me down. Yeah. He's the one that kills Drew Barrymore. He's in the cop car in Scream 2. Nice guy. He was cool.
Okay, so he didn't let you down. And Nev didn't let you down?
No, Nev didn't let me down.
Nev never lets you down.
No, never. She's always professional. She's great.
Okay.
That's for you, Kev. That's for you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Out of respect. Out
She-
of respect.
She touched my leg.
Okay, kill him.
She was so great. I was just like, could we do the hug pose? And immediately she just went in and hugged me. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's great.
No lie, you sent the picture. I was on the way to my nephew's birthday party, and I almost went off the side of 95.
Yeah, she's the best, man. I'm glad I was able to get a few words out. I did ask her, Marie, I asked her, I was like, you don't have to do this, but would you be willing? And I just said, I showed her a picture of like a ghost face mask. I said, would you be willing to just draw like a tiny little ghost face, like silhouette face on my wrist? And she started laughing. She's like, oh my God, I'm so bad at art. You'd hate it. And so she declined it. And I just said, that's okay. But thank you anyways. And that was it. But I would have kicked myself if I didn't ask her. Because that would have been cool if she would have done it. But didn't get it.
Would you went and got it tattooed over it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like having the Scream Queen draw a little ghost face on my wrist for sure.
Yeah.
But I get it. I think she thought I meant draw like the whole face.
You just wanted the eyes in the mouth, right?
That's it. And it's such a fleeting moment. There's so many people. So it was a 50-50 chance.
At least you asked.
I did.
Yeah, always shoot your shot. Always.
But
she was great. She was so nice. Even this stuff in the hospital, all the clinical stuff, the blood, the needles, poking and
I love
prodding.
this. The CT, whatever, MRI, whatever they're doing, scan, like that, everything in the hospital and all the tests. I love those scenes.
My weakness as a horror fan, or just in general, is needles. I love tattoos. They don't bother me at all. But there's something about, like, if I'm watching a TV show or a movie or Halloween 2, when somebody gets stabbed in the eye with a needle, or if it's the simplest of things, you watch Grey's Anatomy and they go to take an IV, like, it makes me woozy. Like, I feel woozy over here every time I see it.
Feeling the woozy over here.
Needles don't mess with me too bad, but if I see someone getting their blood drawn, or like the blood kind of starts to squirt out, that gets me.
Yes.
Don't they show it like very, like, I don't know how they did it in this movie. It looks really like
shooting out of her neck.
Well, yeah, and don't they give her like an actual it looks every needle that they do in this movie. I don't know how they did it. It looks like a real needle.
It does.
That they're doing, that they're giving, administrating. It looks real. Whoa. It doesn't, that stuff doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Like when I get my blood done and stuff, I'm always like looking right at it and stuff. And like, they're always like, which vein's better? And I'm like, look at this vein. It's so good. It like just bulges my vein here. I'm like, check it out. And they're like, ooh, it's such a nice vein. And I'm like, I know.
Oh no. I literally put my arm up and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh really? No, I'm like,
I wasn't like that until I passed out one time. This nurse, I have good veins too. But she couldn't get it in. And so she kept switching veins and just like wiggling it. And so when she did that, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to pass out. And so she's like, I'll be right back. And she took forever. I was out of it. I couldn't hear nothing. And she brought me like a Capri Sun to get the sugar back up. But ever since then, I can't look at it. Ugh.
I've never heard of a needle wiggle. Oh, this is messed up. This here is in the neck. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking right at my phone. No.
That's a big needle too. Oh man.
Y'all ever had a big needle like in your mouth or anything like that?
Like for like getting your
y'all have a big needle in your butt? Yeah, yeah, I have.
I'm just asking because we're on the needle topic. I remember I had to they numbed my mouth at the dentist one time, and when they pulled out the size of the fucking needle, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, please stop.
Oh yeah,
that hurts too.
Yeah, it does. They're like, it's gonna be a little pinch, and I'm like, yeah, right.
Liar.
They lied. Oh, they lied.
Yeah, this was pretty gnarly. I cut my thumb really bad on a mandolin slicer. Y'all know what that is?
Yeah.
really bad one night, and my girlfriend took me to like a couple of urgent cares that like weren't open or that were full, and I'm like, I just got like a paper towel wrapped around my thumb. It was so bad, and the way they treated it, they had to stick a shot all the way in my thumb to numb it, and that
Mhm,
hurt so bad. I was screaming. It took everything I had
mhm.
not to hit him, and they cauterized it. Oh, that was bad.
That happened to my husband too. There was a picture frame in the garbage, and he didn't realize, and he like
Mhm.
was shoving the garbage down,
Oh
and
man.
it sliced his finger right open. You can see like the fat,
Huh!
and to freeze it, they stuck the
Mhm.
needle right in the wound to freeze it. And he said that was worse than
Blah, blah.
anything.
Oh,
Whoa!
I bet. Trash.
Gross.
I think some of the worst pain I've ever been in was I was going down the interstate a few months ago, and my window just shattered out of nowhere.
God.
My passenger
That's
window just
scary.
shattered.
I think you
Yeah.
told me that when we were driving, and you're like,
Yeah,
by the way, the window you're near shattered not too long ago.
I did.
Good
There's
to know.
there's still like glass in my car. Like I've tried so hard to get every piece out, but like when I say it shattered, it like shattered into little small pieces. But I remember I went to clean it out. I vacuumed a lot of it out, but I went and picked a piece up. It was a very small piece, and a little piece of glass got into my finger, like a
Yeah.
splinter glass.
Yep.
It is some of the worst pain I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, here we go.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
They really messed her up doing that too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Forever. Didn't they like
yeah.
ruin something in her back?
This part where she looks back and she
Oh,
growls.
Ugh.
look at her neck.
That.
Mm.
The sow is mine.
And those teeth they put on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all like all the grossness too. Like all
Yeah.
that stuff is so gross. Like just they had to, right?
Here we go. More fucking needles.
Yeah. God, she's good in this movie. Oh my God.
Oh, I know. Kev, this is where Noah Schnapp got his lessons from.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's the best. It's the best.
I honestly think that what's her name? Ellen Burstyn.
Ellen Burstyn.
She doesn't even seem like the same character in the new one. She doesn't even seem like the same woman.
She's not. Yeah.
She's not. Let's just say she's not, so we all feel better. Okay.
Yeah. They
It's not her.
It's a different woman. They put prosthetics on her.
Mm-hmm.
It's not her. God, it's so bad.
So bad.
I was watching the new Thing with Two Heads podcast, Mike and Chris. What's his name? Chris. The guy that did the Halloween masks.
Oh, Chris Nelson.
Chris Nelson.
Yeah.
He was getting all heated about Believer. And I get you know, you want to protect your baby, you want to protect the people that you worked with, that you have a relationship with. And he was just like, people hated that movie before it even came out and just wanted to hate it just to hate it.
No.
And what else did he say? He was like, and people were expecting it to be like the original. It never would be. So
That's
not self-aware and careless.
That's just not true though. Like I don't
No.
know about y'all, but I never go into a horror movie wanting to hate it. Like I wish every single horror movie was phenomenal. I wish I loved every single horror movie. Like it's better for the genre that is kind of trash right now.
Yep.
To be honest. No offense, Marie, but Terrifier 2 is the only solid recent one that I can think of.
Skinamarink.
Like I said,
I was waiting for that long pause, but I'm with you on Terrifier 2, even though I haven't seen it in a year.
Okay, let's just say Marie loved that movie, or I love Skinamarink. That's one movie.
True.
You know what I mean? Like out of all of
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know. It's just they're good horror movies is just so hard. It's just so hard to find. Nobody goes into them wanting to hate them. Like that's just dumb.
Well,
he's kind of rubbed me the wrong way a lot recently too. Like I remember when Kills came out. It was Kills or I think it was Kills, and they had their podcast, and Sean Clark kind of gave his honest thoughts on it. Didn't really like it, and Chris Nelson just got very, very defensive.
He gets
And
very protective, like thin skin
yeah,
every time they talk about something, which, man, that's what you signed up for, man. People can dig your art or not like it, and that's just how it's going to be. You are like one of the luckiest people in the world with the job that you have, the stories you get to be a part of, the legacies you get to be a part of, and instead you just like to bitch and be negative.
how was the looks in that movie? Like how was the makeup and stuff?
Typical Possession.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Just yeah,
And
nothing.
the sound is so off with the voices when they're possessed and them talking. It doesn't look like it's coming out of them. It looks total 100% post-production, overdubbed. It looks very bad, cheaply done. Very, very not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the effects are good, but it's nothing that you haven't seen before. I think the contacts are way too generic.
yeah.
There's not enough. Like Reagan
Mhm.
goes through so many looks in this movie. It just doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't hold a candle to what happened 50 years ago in this one. But I don't know. He's just rubbed me the wrong way a lot with
Yeah,
his
and
with how he
it's
speaks. It's a shame.
and it sucks because I thought he did a good job. Despite how I feel about the Blumhouse movies, I feel like I like them a lot more than y'all do.
Mhm.
I think he did a good job with the mask, especially the flashback mask that people, especially when you see the ones in previous movies, like in 4 or Resurrection, ones that are terrible. I thought he did a good job of them. So, like, you want to give him
Me
his
too.
flowers, but it's hard to when he acts the way he does.
Yeah, he's made a couple comments about the South too. I'm just like, man,
Yeah,
I don't really know about that flashback mask. I mean, I like the newer mask. I think is fine. But there's people on Instagram rehauling masks that look better than that flashback mask.
that's
Like
fair.
1,000 times better than that flashback mask.
yeah,
So
I'll agree with you on that one, Marie. When I saw it for the first time in Kills, I was like, that's not bad. But when you get a good look at it, it doesn't look anything like 78.
yeah.
It's kind of cheap looking when you get a really good look at it, in my opinion. But I
That's fair.
still think he did a really good job with the new versions of the masks. I just wish the movies were better.
Fair.
And like you were saying, how you don't go into a new horror movie hoping to hate it. You don't. Especially when
Yeah.
they're making continuation horror movies or prequels or whatever based on some of our favorite horror movies of all time, the greatest horror movies of all
Thank
time.
you.
You go into it and you're like, I hope to God this is good. I hope they don't kill it. I
Yes.
hope they don't ruin the originals for me. I hope, oh my God. But of course, there's that fear because you're taking something that we're so passionate about that changed cinema, like changed the world, that changed horror. And you're like nervous. You're like, oh God, if this sucks, it's going to be terrible because it's going to affect our feelings when we watch the old
Yeah.
ones. So we don't go
Like,
into it hoping to hate it. We go into it
yeah,
with the fear of hating it because it happens all the time. Leave
it
what we
does.
love alone,
Alone.
please.
Yeah.
Unless you can
And
do it justice.
that's such a great point. And I was telling Kev when we were on our trip, like I remember going to watch all the new Halloween movies. I remember the start of every one. My heart was just beating out of my chest because I wanted more than anything to love these movies. And although there's, I feel how I feel about the first two. I'm not in love with Kills. But I didn't walk away from any of those movies loving them. I remember walking out of 18 disappointed. I've come to like it a lot more, but I think it's more along the lines of tolerable, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. I think it's a solid movie. It's just I don't know. I get the movie made so much money, but they could have just stopped it with that one instead of
Yeah.
kept one.
You're never going to be able to recreate what was captured in these original staples
Mm-mm.
in horror ever, but you can at least attempt to try to give it that same um, energy, the atmosphere, the aesthetic, the vibe of the movie. At least try to show that you're trying. And to me, like all of these requels, these newer remakes, these continuations, these newer horror movies, all just feel like content. It all just feels like it's all money based, and I get it. Everything is, but don't make me feel like it's just about money and clicks and views, and not respecting and caring about what these tentpole films have done for cinema. They're just completely absent.
Good, very good point. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
I was captured, but no, I agree 100% with you, man.
100.
Oh yeah.
100.
100.
Yeah, but
So
I
right
like
there, oh, sorry, Kevin.
the way you piped up real quick. No, I was just
No,
saying,
sorry.
I don't ever want to go into a horror movie hating it, nor do I ever go into one hating it ever. I want every horror movie to be something that that kind of shakes the earth, that makes me feel something, and just don't feel that ever.
Me
It's very
neither,
rare.
especially with these like requels. Like Marie said, just leave them alone at this point. Like, of course, I'm always going to be interested, so I'm always going to go see them no matter what. So maybe the studios know that, like, they know they got
Of
the,
course,
you
it's
know,
the
they got the
title.
they know they got the close fans.
Yeah.
So, but like when I go see Thanksgiving on Thursday, if I hate it, no, it's fine. It is what it is. What it is. But like when I go see Halloween and I walk out of a Halloween movie and I hate it, it hits me a little differently. Like
Yeah.
I got very
Yes.
strong feelings about that.
Yep.
So I don't know.
You're seeing Thanksgiving Wednesday or tomorrow?
No, Thanksgiving night.
Oh, on Thanksgiving. That's cool.
Oh,
That'll be
that's
fun.
fun.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I was like, we used to go when I was in high school, like Christmas night. We would go to the movies, and for some reason, I was like, me and Jacqueline's schedule don't line up, and I really want to go see the movie. So I was like, we're both off on Thanksgiving. I wonder if the movies are open on Thanksgiving, and they are. So I was like, let's go do that. So I
Nice,
hope
man.
I like it. We'll see.
It's been like some people say they really enjoy it, so
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I have no interest in seeing the new Exorcist, so I feel like
I want to know what you
I
feel though.
I feel like I want to just watch it to rate it, and that's terrible.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I'm guessing you haven't watched mine and Kevin's review on it then.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
I don't know. What if y'all?
But there's the first half is spoiler free.
I didn't.
And the second half.
I didn't listen to all of it.
Okay, because they're spoilers. Oh God.
Yeah.
Well,
I just remember. I know every time y'all drop an episode, I listen to it on the way to work. So, and y'all have dropped a couple since then. So I'm trying to remember. I think I've listened to both, but I think The Exorcist, the spoiler one, I turned off.
That's always nice whenever you have an episode to listen to, like on a drive to work, or I listen to a lot of podcasts or YouTube videos when I go for my walks to get all my steps in, which takes forever. Always put in a podcast, and that's always nice.
Yeah, makes the time go by.
Kevin, I was gonna say that scene where she's hypnotized. That's how you said, because I was like, I don't know if I have the extended cut, because it's this one said it was the extended director's whatever cut or and you said you'll know if you see the possession scene and there's CG on her face. I'm like, what? Yeah. And then so I looked up what I had, and then I saw online the CG face, and it's so why? It's so bad. That mouth is so dumb.
The teeth. It looks like one of those weird faces from, I don't know the name of it, like an Alfred Hitchcock weird alien movie. Is very stupid looking.
Alfred Hitchcock weird alien movie. It doesn't look good. It don't. Father Karras is awesome.
He is. He's the best.
If you watch Exorcist 3, you gotta let us know.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I don't really have any plans tonight, so I'll be up late. So I think I'm gonna do it.
It's tough whenever you hype up something.
Yeah.
Because you might not dig it. It might be too weird for you, but I don't know. I just it carries the same coldness that this one does to me.
Well, a couple of things. I trust y'all's opinion, and then after the Blair Witch thing, I think I'll always trust whatever y'all say. So, except for Skinamarink,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever come around to that one.
That's still my #1 horror movie of the year. Nothing's topped it.
Skinamarink, to me, it's like
it's pretty.
It's. I like how different it was, and it did resonate with me. It did stick with me. I don't feel like the same way Kevin does about it, but it is. I didn't hate it. It was very different.
I don't even know what my top horror movie is this year. I think it's Scream. Did Scream come out this year?
Yeah, it came out in March.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Here's the stupid Reagan face.
Oh my god. Look at it.
Oh.
It's like why?
Like, yeah,
it's like
that's
llama teeth and fake.
Llama
fake. You're
she
a
looks
faker.
scary
A mother
enough.
faker. Yeah. You want to hear my top 10 so far? Or you want me to wait till the end of the year?
To the end of the year. To the end of the year. You told me a little. Oh no, you can say because you told me on the trip. But
we still got a few to watch.
Scream is my #1.
I'll start.
I haven't watched really any.
I've watched 27 new horror movies this year.
Oh, I did Five Nights at Freddy. I gotta rank that.
Oof. Yeah, that one's down there at the bottom.
It's not as bad as my half star for Skinamarink.
I'll start. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. But I get it. Yeah, #1 Skinamarink. #2 is Beau is Afraid. 3 is The Passenger. 4 is When Evil Lurks. 5 is Cobweb. 6 is Saw X. 7 is From Black. 8 is Megan. 9 is Thanksgiving, and 10 is The Outwaters.
Nice. I still gotta watch. Cobweb. I still gotta watch. And what was the other one right next to Cobweb before that?
Beau was Afraid was up there.
Oh,
it was When Evil Lurks.
Yes, I have not watched that yet. Is that in English or no?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna struggle with that one. I'm not one of those people.
I've gone back and forth.
I'm not one of those people.
All right, so this sounds very weird when I say I'm not one of those people. Like I've grown to like the older I've gotten to have subtitles on most of the time. But like I still gotta have the English on. Like I'm not gonna sit there and read it. Like I'm just not one of those people.
You know what movie you should start off? What horror movie you should start off with that's not in English? Is Martyrs.
Martyrs?
Oh, no.
Yes, that is.
Add that to my want to watch.
That's in my top 3 most messed up movies of all time.
We stood on that corner, Kev.
Yes, we did. Mike, we got there and Mike started playing the Exorcist theme song. He just blasted it.
Nice.
Well, what's so? Oh, we were there in the pouring rain.
We was there. Yeah, we were right there. That's where I laid down.
Yeah. Did he tell you I body slammed him right on the steps? And
I was like, Mike, just pick me up, just suplex me. Boom.
No.
No, I didn't.
That would kill me back.
I know, but I was thinking, I don't know, boys. I don't know.
So think about it. Yeah, we're just boys, so we're just like, hey, dude, I'm bored. Suplex the fuck out of me real quick.
Get a picture.
What's crazy is this movie is 50 years old, and what was it, Kevin? Probably at least 50 to 60 people we saw come visit those steps, maybe more.
Wow.
It was every few seconds someone was coming to check them out.
It was pretty crazy.
There's that totem. That's so weird how that got there, but I love stuff like that. Makes you chew on it for a while. How'd that get there? Why is it there?
Kevin, what's your #1 movie of the year?
probably Skinamarink, man.
No.
I mean, I'm a horror guy, so I haven't really watched anything else.
Mine is John Wick 4.
I haven't seen it yet.
I can't believe that came out this year. It feels, jeez. I'm like, this year has gone by so fast, but also so slow at the same time.
Yeah. Evil Dead Rise was, I can't even lie. I was gonna say it was pretty good just to see Marie get pissed, but
Oh, that's pretty low on my list.
I'll tell
That
you,
is.
I'll tell you my bottom 10
Like overall or horror?
horror. Bottom
Okay.
10.
Yeah.
Hell House Origins, The Nun 2, Insidious the Red Door, The Pope's Exorcist, Infinity Pool, Five Nights at Freddy's, The Boogeyman, Exorcist Believer, Renfield, and Bury the Bride. Bottom 10.
Interesting.
Not Evil Dead Rise? Evil Dead Rise is not there?
Evil Dead Rise comes in at number 13.
So I gotta do a horror list. Right now I just did overall 2023 movies that I've watched. The very bottom, Skinamarink.
That's crazy.
The one above that, Ant-Man and the Wasp, was pretty terrible.
Or was that Quantumania?
Quantumania.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah. And then the one before that is Evil Dead Rise. You want to talk about, I think that's probably outside of, no, that was my most anticipated movie because I was not hyped really to see Scream 6 because of what Scream 5 was. So I want to say Evil Dead Rise was probably my most anticipated.
Talk to Me was mine.
Yeah, I remember that. I was pretty hyped for Creed 3. That was okay. Air was really good. I don't know if you ever saw Air.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. It's a different movie, different type of movie. Cocaine Bear.
I didn't mind Talk to Me, to be honest. I didn't mind it.
It's crap.
I kind of liked it.
Megan's a lot higher than I thought.
Yeah.
But I've only seen 15 new movies this year, so I got a ways to catch up. I'm a prisoner in my own moment, man. I just go back to movies that I love.
Me too.
I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah,
because like there's so much streaming now. Like The Nun 2 is I can watch. Like there's the Insidious Red Door. All that's streaming now. I could watch if I wanted to. It's just like I know they're bad. I know they are.
You guys haven't seen Barbie or like anything like that are on your list? No.
I started Barbie.
Kevin didn't like it.
Wasn't just not my thing.
That's my number 2 movie of the year.
Ooh,
crazy. But I'm kind of with Kevin though. Like probably the first 20 minutes, I was like, "What did I get myself into?" And it kind of straightened out for me. Like I really ended up enjoying it.
I kind of turned it off like 30 minutes in. The lighting was gross, and I just didn't think the comedy was funny. So I just cut it off.
It's very weird comedy, if that makes sense. And it's not for everybody either. I don't know. I definitely don't. I'm not interested in a sequel. I don't know if they're doing one, but
they for sure will do one. That movie made so much money.
That's probably outside of the last Spider-Man movie. When I'm telling you, I walked into the theater, like there was so many people there and so much fucking pink. Like I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah,
like I'm serious. It was really crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, I just went through my catalog of 2023 movies, and I'm not seeing anything that's like knocked my socks off.
How many is I would say John Wick 4 is the only movie that I was like wowed over, and it's probably Scream.
Yeah, I think Beau is Afraid is the best like directed movie I've seen, but that movie I cannot watch that movie again.
Okay.
You
haven't given another try, no?
I saw it twice in theaters.
Okay.
Once because when you first watch it, it's like makes your brain feel like it's mush. It's like, what is this? And then the second time you go and you try to pick up on things, and but you still don't. It's such a weird movie.
You still don't. Okay.
It's making me like foggy.
Which one are you talking about?
Beau is Afraid.
Yeah, I remember when you first saw that, and like you were going back and forth. You were like, I think I really liked it. And then like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what you said, but I know you were like really conflicted at first.
Yeah.
But like you ended on like I really liked it. But it was very weird.
Yeah, I'm still like 50-50 on it. Very weird.
All right, just because we talked about it, I am that guy that walks around singing the Barbie soundtrack. Not gonna lie.
Ooh, okay.
Dua Lipa.
All right.
Dua Lipa. Actually, yes. I think a lot of that has to do with my job, though, because it's one of those things that's just like on repeat.
Mm.
But yes, I'm not gonna lie, I do.
I don't even know songs from that movie. I haven't seen it or anything.
Did you see Oppenheimer, Mike?
No, I want to.
Haven't seen it yet either.
I haven't seen it either.
I was gonna do a Barbenheimer weekend, but
I was gonna do that as well.
I could not.
But then I think I was sick when it came out. I was like, I'll pass.
Do you know if Kevin? I don't know if you looked into it, but were these interiors shot inside of that house or no?
I don't think so. Oh God.
Is this where she breaks her coccyx?
Yep.
Oh, this is the worst, man. To me, this is the worst scene. Like by worst, me most disturbing, for sure.
The lighting is so freaky.
Yeah, it's so crisp or like just
like
what
fluorescent,
flat white,
like gross white.
Yeah,
that sterile feeling.
I hate. Like you're in a hospital room or something.
Oof.
That would be so scary, man. Her eyes, God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Super scary.
Like, what does that mean? Do you know what she did, your cunting daughter? Like, what do you like? Why? What was so bad?
I think because she pushed the guy out the window.
Oh,
I think that's
okay. Okay,
then
yeah.
But still, it's still kind of ambiguous and weird.
I know, it still freaks me out. Like how it just ends right there. I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love how she like starts out like this so glamorous, and she just gets worn down and worn down and worn down, and she tries everything she can, everything, last resort, going to a freaking priest, doesn't believe in God or anything, and just
Yeah, very realistic feeling. Takes its time. Marie and Mike, what are your top 3 scariest movies of all time?
I need a second to think. I have 2. But I don't want to give my list until I think of the third one. I don't know. I think I have my 3. But I don't want to go first.
I'm trying to think like ones that I was like, damn, like I really well, this is number 1. Second, okay, I want to say The Conjuring.
Yeah.
But I watched The Conjuring at a time where my brain was really messed up. And okay, so after I had both my kids, it got really bad, like postpartum. Not even like it was like depression, anxiety, and like what do they call it? Dysmorphia. I don't know. I was all effed up. I was like hallucinating sometimes. I was messed. My hormones were crazy. And actually, after watching The Conjuring, I was like, I think I'm possessed. Like, I think I am, because I was like delusional. Like I was hearing voices sometimes. Like it was mess. Hormones can do really bad things to you.
Oh,
just
damn.
saying. This is why I cannot have any more children. Part of the reason. So that movie scared me because it really messed with my brain and because some of the scenes in there are just horrifying. And then I don't know, maybe Hereditary.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I had to sleep with the light on for a couple nights after Hereditary, and I'm trying to think about
nice.
I judge my fear factor on like if I have to sleep with like a light on or the TV on.
Mhm.
Fair.
I'm gonna say those 3 unless I think of another one. But
Mm.
again, The Conjuring is a little bit like I was just messed up.
I think my 3 is going to be so The Exorcist is in there 100%. The Conjuring is in there. Those were my 2 locks for me.
Mhm.
And I was going
Mhm.
back and forth the third between the original It and The Shining.
Mm.
And it's hard for me because I have recently both watched those movies in the dark alone by myself, and they still give me the chills
They still creep up and
and
get you.
scare me.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's kind of hard for me to choose. I think if I had to choose, I would give the edge to The Shining because that's number 2 on my all-time favorite horror movie list, and it is
Mhm.
number 3. So it's very close. Like I'm talking about neck and neck. They both affect me. So like if I'll go with The Shining, The Conjuring, and The Exorcist as far as scariest and how they affected me. But if you want to throw the swap The Shining for It, I'm not going to be upset.
Yeah, those are good picks.
Okay.
If we're just going off horror movies that have affected me, that have either affected me like emotionally or stressfully, anxiety wise, scarred me. My top 3 would be The Exorcist, Jacob's Ladder, and Martyrs. Those would be my top 3. But if we're just going
Wow.
off, if we're going off, movies that I still watch that give me the creeps: Exorcist, The Ring, and either Hereditary. Hereditary just feels like you have a weighted blanket of doom on you that it takes forever to get off. So that one is there. Also, I'm with Mike, the original It from 1990. That messed me up so bad when I saw it as a kid. The score in that movie still just
Oh yeah.
oozes fear whenever I listen to it. And Tim Curry's eyes and his teeth and his voice, I just feel like I'm going to hear from my drain all the time.
Mm.
So that one is still up there.
Yeah, I mean, I would take The Shining out and put It. You convinced me. And it's
Yeah.
crazy because you brought up the drain thing. I remember as a kid after watching that movie when I would take a bath or a shower. I think at that age I was taking more baths, but like I just remember like I would stare at the drain.
Yes. I would stand like in the corner of the shower, and whenever I had to close my eyes to wash my face real quick, I was waiting to see like the gloves reach out from the drain to start coming to get me. That one. Yeah, that was a good one.
I didn't watch any of the either It movies until I was like, a couple of years ago. So I was late watching the It movies. I know.
Did you like
I hate that
did you like
whole
them,
scene.
Marie?
Yeah, I like I watched the remake, I watched both the remakes before the original one.
Okay, cool.
And that didn't like taint anything or ruin my experience or appreciation for the original one at all. I really liked it. I like both
I love
actually.
that.
Yeah, that's cool. A lot of
I
times people I hear people just talk so much crap about the original, and I get like the second half. The second half is slower, it's more corny and cheesy, and the CGI at the end is really bad, but I don't know, that first half is perfection to me
it
with the
is.
kids.
The only
Yeah.
problem I have with the original would be it being a spider. But when you watch what is it, Kev? The making of or the new documentary that just came out not too long ago, the story of it.
Yeah.
Pennywise, the story of it, it explains like how rushed they were to end that and how they were not. Nobody was really satisfied with that ending.
Yeah.
So, which sucks because even the second half I enjoy. So,
Me too.
But Marie, I was gonna say, like, we were talking about like remakes of movies that we love. I would say including Halloween 2018. I think the remake of the It movie was the one that I was most nervous and scared for.
Same.
I can see that.
I just did not want them to screw that up. And to their credit, they did not. Like, I really enjoyed the remake. I do not like Chapter 2. But that first Chapter 1 remake is pretty damn good. So, but I think it's crazy to think about because, like, I remember how nervous I was to watch that movie.
I remember opening night. Remember, I was like, I need to just make sure I stay alive until this movie comes out because that's how much that story means to me. And I remember being in my seat. I couldn't believe I was there. I was with a bunch of friends, and I thought I was gonna have a panic attack. I was so nervous about what I was about to watch again because of how much the original means to me. And when I first walked out of it, it was a mixed bag for me. I just don't like CGI in horror movies. But I thought the losers were pretty damn good. Especially, I really like Jeremy Ray Taylor, who plays Ben.
Yeah.
I thought he was like the heart of that movie.
He was
with his crush on Bev and the "Please Don't Go, Girl," the music stuff.
And to their credit, Kev, I don't think you could have got it any better. You were never, at least for me, you were never going to top the Brandon Cranes. You were never gonna top those guys. So, what's crazy is not a lot of them are like doing a lot of TV these days. I'm Facebook friends with like 4 of them kids. Well, they're not kids. They're not kids no more. But well, it's just crazy. It's just crazy to think about. Marie, did I tell you that I found Heather Donahue on Facebook?
Oh, on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
It's just what's happening.
Oh no, I was just she didn't accept my friend request, but it's just crazy because like a simple request like that could lead to you meeting them, like it did with Susie. So, but I was creeping.
Yeah, sometimes you never know.
I was looking at flights. I was looking at flights to Horror Hound, which is not far. It's like an hour and 20-minute flight. Dude, it was like $600 for a round ticket. Nope.
Well, Kev, the cheapest flight that Richmond offers is to Atlanta, Georgia. What are the odds?
How much is it?
It's like 120.
That's great.
That's one way, so a little over 200.
Okay,
for
still pretty good.
Trip. Yeah. So, not bad. I mean, it's so cheap to like. I remember like I could, like when I went last time I went to Atlanta, I paid for myself, my cousin, and my sister just in flight points, because they run a lot of specials sometimes to where they're $89 one way. So right under 200.
Right now, prices are super high for some reason. Even if you look ahead, they're way too high. Hopefully, they'll come down. But this scene,
it is. Yeah.
What's that? You keep it away.
Oh, that's so good.
That still feels like an actual demon.
Oh, I know. Like that. That's not how. Like, how is that an actress?
It's so inhuman feeling.
Oh, my grandma had a holy water bottle just like that by her bed all the time.
Oh, that creeped me out.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Pretty. Oh man, so good.
The weird singing and stuff.
It's funny because my closed captions, it just says talking in tongues.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Yeah, mine didn't. Oh, yeah, it is speaking in tongues. Mine to see right now. Yeah, she is. Yeah.
I like your IG story, Mike. It just says, at the bottom because you got your
Yeah.
subtitles on.
Yep.
That's how I felt about the Evil Dead remake. That's the one I was
Oh
scared about
yeah.
the most.
Yeah. They did a hell of a good
And
job with that.
well, it was, you know, it was before any of my other like beloved franchises had any continuations or anything like that. I think because that's pretty old, 2013, yeah. But I remember when it came out, I was like, oh man, please no. Like I didn't want to I wasn't excited to see it or anything. And then when I saw it, this is proof. Like I'm not just closed-minded. When I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that is the best. And I just love it so much. See, I'm open-minded to these
Wait,
to like
which movie was
prequels and
this?
stuff. Are you pulling my leg?
2013 Evil
No.
Dead.
Oh, because
Oh.
I thought you said Evil Dead Rise. I was like,
No.
She said Evil Dead remake.
okay.
Remake. I thought you were being sarcastic. Wait a minute. What movie? Do you love
Because
that movie?
I
Do you
was
like
following
it? Do
you
you like it,
down this
Boomerang?
journey, and then you were like, I just loved it. It's like the
Kevin was
No.
like, "Holy shit!"
No, I
Rise.
loved it. But then when Evil Dead Rise came out, I was so used to like what they did to the Halloween franchise and everything like that. And I'm like, but then after I saw the trailer for Evil Dead Rise, I'm like, no. I already
See,
knew. I'm like, get these kids out of here.
That's how Burke felt too. Burke was like, yeah, I'm just not digging the aesthetic. Not digging
Guys,
the
No,
story.
me neither.
look what I get to look at every day when I walk in the room.
I love how she signed it like she's a wrestler. Susie the
the
mom
gooch.
gooch.
Oh yeah,
Susie
the mom.
the mom gooch. Susie the mom gooch.
The mom gooch. Bum 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 bum. Yeah.
Uchi Uchi. Gucci.
Yeah, yeah.
One.
I loved how she signed my poster. I can't wait to get that framed.
That's a gorgeous poster.
She signed it in the back of her car, Marie. She put it in the back of the trunk.
She did.
She like laid down on it. She's Blair Witch symbols, and it's dope.
That's awesome. I love it.
I really want to meet Heather.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
I know. I'm thinking about making the trip.
That's gonna be like a really cool moment. I'm gonna be like, oh my God.
God.
Like I can't even make eye contact with you right now.
I don't even know what I'd say. I'm getting choked up thinking about it. Like I'm like, what would I do if I just saw her? Like, I'd be, I don't even know what I'd say. I'd be like, I'll give you a hug. I love you.
Kev said he'll buy you a plane ticket.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. How? What? Look it up. Look how much that would be. It'd be a lot of money. No, I would never allow that.
Well,
that's
got to be like a
1,000
6-hour flight, 6-hour flight probably.
Actually, sorry. When I went to go see my brother in South Carolina, it was 3 planes there and 2 planes back? It was, I had to go to like Toronto and then like or something or Calgary, and then I had to go here. But know what my tickets were round trip?
What?
Before I got the insurance, know what they cost? $666. And I was like, I'm not getting on a plane. I'm not getting on a plane that costs $666, especially when
I didn't even pick up on that. Okay,
yeah, especially when I have a deathly fear of flying. I'm so afraid of flying. It's like my least favorite thought. It's my biggest fear, and it pops up the total 666. I'm like, that's a bad omen.
I was just mind blown that that's pretty cheap from Winnipeg. I feel like all the way to South Carolina.
That bad. Yeah, it wasn't that
like
bad.
I paid $650 each for our trip to Oregon.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Because
I paid like $560 round trip when I went to California back in 2013. So it's insane. But yeah, I hate flying as well.
Yeah.
I remember I had to fly to London a couple of times for my job.
Mm-hmm.
And this was back when I could drink, and I would just like drink a whole bunch of airplane bottles straight at like 5 a.m. because I could not control my anxiety.
No.
Hate flying. I've had some bad turbulence too that's messed me up. Like the plane dropped.
What? No, God, no.
Yeah.
No.
I was in a storm. We were coming back from Paris. We were flying from either Rome to Paris or Paris back to the States. And the plane was ascending, so we were kind of turning, and you can just hear the rain hitting the side of the plane in the window. And we kind of level off, and then the plane drops. It hits an air pocket, and it drops like 2,000 feet.
Oh
And
my God.
ever since then, yeah, just think about it. You're in a tube. You're not in
Yeah.
control.
No,
You're 38,000 feet in the air.
it's all I
Yeah.
think about when I'm on a plane.
You're
That's
ruining
all I
it,
think.
Marie. My
Well,
Yeah,
no,
first,
I'm
calm down, Marie.
my
already what I
first
think.
ever flight was 6 hours, right at 6 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I went to LA. I went to LA. First time I was ever on a plane.
Damn, that's a
Yeah, that was a hike.
lengthy.
Yeah, that was a hike.
Mine was
my first-
Atlanta.
which is an easy flight. I think from Richmond, Atlanta's like an hour.
But
So
it was a flight to Atlanta just to get on a plane and fly to Paris. So
Ooh,
that was my
Oh,
first time.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went
yeah,
to
that's far.
LA when they were offering one-way trips to LA. Now I can't get one out
No.
of Richmond at all. So
My one-way ticket.
No, I gotta go get pills when I fly. I just go, I'm like, I'm going on a plane. Give me all the anti-anxiety meds. And they help. They actually help big time. Lorazepam, if you want to fly, it
Pills
helps.
are good. Yeah.
I
Hey,
definitely
sometimes.
That's
I
a Dumb and
remember
Dumber quote.
when we went to Oregon, our first plane, we were on an old Delta flight, and you could tell, like, it made me nauseous. And then our second plane to Oregon, it was like this brand new Delta that, like, they just rolled out, like it was brand new.
Yeah.
And when I'm telling you, it was smooth as shit. Like, the difference between the two was ridiculous. Like, I was instantly felt better. Like, I didn't feel anything. Like, it was, them older planes are rough. They
The
are
first
rough.
time I flew to London was in like 2018, and my boss got us the cheapest airline possible. I don't know what it was like. It was like Indonesian or something, some weird name. And there were no TVs. There was nothing. And I just had to sit there. It was terrible.
In my fear. Just sat in my fear.
My boss just like slept. I can't sleep on planes.
No, me neither.
The
And the first time
only
I was at, oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say
The-
the only time that I can sleep on planes is if it's a red eye. Like, it has to be completely dark for me to be able to fall asleep.
that freaked me out.
Comes
The
Marin.
iconic shot.
This might be my favorite shot in all of cinema.
What a shot.
Yep.
Oof.
I know. God.
The devil's eyes.
When she yells his name, there's only one. I heard it on someone's screen.
Mine.
Mm.
Yeah, mine's timed up like with yours, Kevin, exact. The first time I was ever on a plane, I went to Nova Scotia from here,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was with my mom and my dad, my grandma, grandpa, my auntie, and uncle. So it was like a big family thing. And I don't remember how long we had to go to Toronto, I think, first, and then it was a pretty long flight over the ocean and stuff. And I didn't even know I was afraid of flying until I walked onto the plane, the little door, and I sat down, and I'm sitting there, and the flight attendant lady comes up to me. She's like, "Is this your first time?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I don't know how she could tell, but I was just like petrified looking. Yeah.
It's crazy to think about, though, because, like, you think about all the stuff that could go wrong, but all the planes that fly in one day and for nothing to, like, catastrophic, like, I never hear about anything really happening ever. Like, I don't know if that's just because the government's hiding it or whatever, but, like, for the amount of planes that fly in one day and for nothing to happen, like, it's actually really crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
My mentality is always like, well, I'm on this plane though, so this is the plane where it's gonna happen. Like, that's my negative thinking. I'm like, but because it's me, we're getting struck by lightning.
Like that. No, you can't think like that. Oh, no,
Only when I'm on a plane.
I always do the same thing before I board. I will kiss my hand and tap the outside of the plane 5 times, and then I have to have a window seat. That's like my superstitious little routine that I do.
Okay.
I'm like, I love you, plane. Be good to me.
Be good to me. Yeah. Be good to me. Oof. All right.
I don't like
Guys, it's
when
going
we
down.
start descending. That doesn't bother me. It's just ascending and then being up there.
Yeah. When I know we're landing, even though most of the time it isn't like it during takeoff and landing when things happen.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I don't care. Once I know we're landing, I'm like,
yeah, I'm good. It's over.
We good. Yeah, so it's over.
A lot of people hate landing. Like my dad hates landing. I actually like.
I love it. Yeah,
Me too.
I don't mind
Landing's my favorite.
Oh my god, this scene, you guys, the tear.
The tongue's about to come out.
I love that tongue scene. That is so creepy, like a serpent.
Serpentine.
A serpentine
tongue. I love how cold they got the room.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, she hopped that right off.
She did. She did.
God, like what would that smell like? I just can't even.
Deviled eggs.
There you go. That's it.
Can't wait.
Ooh, and those white contacts apparently hurt really bad too.
Yeah.
Hurt your eyes. I learned in an Evil Dead behind the scenes thing. Oh, it's coming.
It is. It's coming.
God, you never get used to it. Hear all this screaming.
Yeah, the sound design and
like, okay, I don't know. So what? Like the voice is like a post-production voice that someone dubbed. It's just seamless.
I remember the actress's name, but they got an older woman that was like a chain smoker. But it is like it's timed up so perfect.
I was about to say, you know how hard I feel like that would be.
Yeah, it's seamless. Like in The Believer, it's terrible. It's terrible.
It's really bad.
Like this feels organic. Oh.
Yeah.
Imagine. I wish if there's any movie you could go back in time and experience for the first time in theaters, what would it be? This. I feel like
back in time.
Yeah, like Halloween, Exorcist, Jaws, Shining.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Threw that in there, and I was like, oh.
Probably The Shining. I saw Jaws last year in the theater. It was remastered in IMAX. My man, like that.
Yeah, I bet that was good.
Oh, that was amazing. Like that score and in Dolby on. Oh,
I just mean,
like for the first time with everybody.
Like you've never seen it. Yeah, yeah.
I would not this one, not me. I wouldn't pick this one. It's too much. I need to be in the they have the tongue. Oh.
Are we talking any movie or horror?
Any movie.
Probably Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it would be this one for me.
Really? God. I need to be in the comfort of my own home.
Scariest movie of all time. I'd have to.
Oh.
I'd have to feel that.
What's y'all's favorite theater experience? Mine is The Conjuring. I'll never forget that theater experience.
Conjuring was a good one because it had some weird paranormal stuff kind of happen before it. Jeepers Creepers was a good one. Darkness Falls, The Ring was good, but also The Dark Knight. I remember that was when movies came out at midnight. Remember when that used to be a thing?
That was outside of horror, Dark Knight is my number one.
Dark Knight, I remember everybody was locked in, so excited. And then there was like the sadness with Heath Ledger, and everybody was ready to just take in his performance, and it was just a great experience.
I think if I can go back and watch one for the first time, it'd either be Halloween or Star Wars. And my favorite theater experiences were Rogue One with my whole family. and my brother doesn't live here. So seeing that movie with him in the theater and with my mom and dad, and like we all were there, and
that's awesome.
I felt like a little kid. I like cried in that movie. I teared up, and then after I was like running around the theater, like, oh my god, remember this time? Remember this part? Do you remember that guy? I felt like a little child. That that, and also when I went to go see the new Super Mario Brothers movie with my husband and my kids, and it was my first time ever in the movie theater with my kids.
I love that.
And it was me and my son sitting next to each other, and my son, every time something happened, he'd look at me and he'd be like, this is from that and this is from that, and we had this little bonding moment. Oh man,
that's awesome.
So good. That was so good.
How was that movie, Marie?
The Super Mario Brothers movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that movie so much.
Is that the newer one?
I love it. Yes, it's so good. They had references from every single Mario movie, a Mario game, Nintendo games. It was just perfect. It's a perfect movie. I love it.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
I love that. Uh-oh.
There's no Goombas? I'm just kidding.
There's some Goombas, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Elf was another really good theater experience for me.
That is one thing. Oh, Home Alone might be up there. There's some good ones. I wanna experience a good Christmas movie in the theater. I never have. I have never. I know it's sad.
The Ring was also good because I went to go see it 7 times.
Oh, The Ring.
So that
The Ring
was good.
The Ring's probably my best one out of like trauma and fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when they showed her face close up, and it's like her pupil or iris is like over the side, and then it's like black. Like what was that?
Just,
like
it's like overlapped with Pazuzu, and
yeah, it looks so weird. Crazy. Like it's just, and this is so sad looking. Oh my god, just little child, and it's all getting. Oh god, she looks so small
that is
there.
Messed up. Yeah.
Oh man.
Demi, why you do this to me, Demi?
Oh, Demi.
Yeah.
It wasn't so recently I understood how he died. I always thought like he killed himself with a pill or overdose or something.
No, she like stopped his heart, right? Like
he had a heart attack.
Yeah,
I think he was taking pills for his heart.
Mm.
You know, it's a real shame that they didn't allow Ellen Burstyn to be up there because of the patriarchy. It's a shame. It's a real shame.
One of the dumbest lines in cinema.
Probably the dumbest line in cinema.
I don't know. Don't even get me effing started on that whole thing.
Fuck the
Mike,
patriarchy.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch that movie, Mike. You gotta watch it so that we can complain about it.
Maybe I'll think about it.
See, they didn't have the crab walk in this.
No,
they don't have it.
I wish they did though.
Yeah,
just that part from Nixon. Cut everything else they can leave out. Demi. Mike, you said you're home alone?
Yeah, why?
Scary.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Oh. I should shut my door.
I was gonna make a comment about the scene in Paranormal Activity where the shadow kind of goes across the door.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. So I'm watching out for you, man.
Thanks, buddy. Let me know if anything moves.
Like with the door just slammed right there. Posters fell. Window busted open, shattered.
I'm jumping right out this window. and breaking my neck.
Here he goes. I think he's going to the bathroom to take it.
Mm-hmm.
He probably knows he's about to have one.
Yeah.
That's Marie before she gets on a plane.
That is so me before I get on a plane. Exactly. Trembling and taking the popping pills. And then take another one once I'm on the plane. Oh God.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's true.
You're like Jamie Lee
That's
Curtis
hilarious.
in 2018 with the airplane bottles.
Just like yeah, that's me. Honestly,
That was me with the airplane bottles.
Oh God.
Is this the Demi? I think so.
Oh
Yeah. Ugh.
God.
You're not my mother.
Oh. She's so good in this movie. I cannot believe.
Did she not win anything for this?
Probably not. Horror like never does.
That's
she
true.
should. She should give her something now. Give her like an Academy Award now, even though those are all like whatever, but still.
I would. I can write the Academy now.
Please do it.
It's a shame how much of a joke the Academy Awards have become.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've kind of always been a joke too. Like people that like Leonardo DiCaprio, like not getting an award until like one of his like latter movies. Like, and I'm not saying that the movie he won an award for was terrible. I don't know. I didn't see it, but come on.
He should have won
like,
something before that.
Yeah.
For sure. Like The Revenant. Revenant's fine. No one wants to watch that though. No one talks about it.
Exactly.
No one wants to watch that.
He should have won like for The Aviator. He should have won for Django.
Yes.
Django.
He was great in Django. Wolf of Wall Street. He was great in.
Yeah. Get the phone. But yeah, Academy Awards, it's just such a circus now. So political and
they are.
Mike, have you seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Yeah. It's been a while though. I was thinking about going to see it in theaters though. So we have like an old theater up near us, like very old school. It's called the Bird Theater.
Mm-hmm.
And they play a bunch of old movies. But it's like I went and saw Back to the Future in it not too long ago. But it's like one of those very like I guess antique theaters, if that makes sense. Like it's very, very nice. It's got the lettering on the outside of the building.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Did you ever say what's up to Brett?
I messaged him. I was like, I meant to say hey, but the way they did it, he got in line behind me, and then one of the workers was like, if you're wanting to see Matthew Lillard, you need to follow me. And so he was in that line, so he left. And I didn't see him the rest of the time. I was ready to get home.
Was he rude?
Who?
Matthew Lillard?
You have to wait to see on Friday. He wasn't the rudest. but he
Oh.
may or may not have been rude, but he probably was rude.
I wouldn't doubt.
The stairs, I love the symbolism.
Mm.
The stairs in this movie.
That's like all social media is right now, is Melissa getting dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
You think she'll get it back?
Probably not.
Oh, this is
so creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the way she's looking before she starts like this this look is so.
Damn it.
Feels cold in my room watching this movie.
Oh my god. I just we're just punching her. Stupid patriarchy.
Those are some steep steps.
They only died to save. They only died to save her daughter.
I know. How dare they? Oh my god, it's emotional.
You know that awning, Kev, from that gas station is still there?
The one we stood under?
No, but remember it was like across from where we were standing under, and we were like, should we walk over there?
Yeah. That's in this movie? I guess it is. That's cool.
Sorry, I was muted. When everybody ran in the just ran up to him, you could see it. Yeah.
I will never forget being down at the bottom of these steps in that thunderstorm.
Yeah.
I like that. It was either the director, somebody from the film slapped this dude that's talking to Karis because he wasn't emotional enough. They smacked the shit out of him.
What?
Yeah. To kind of put him in shock and to get him in that state because he just wasn't there.
Hey, Marie, you see that door? That's where we stood under from the rain.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That little garage door. It was so small. We couldn't move at all.
This is the scene coming up that I could not believe I got choked up on the podcast with Marie a few weeks ago. But watching it now, just the symbolism and multiple watches, how well this movie was made, how much it means, and how much of a disservice Believer was. I don't know, just it got me.
That's what great movies do.
Yeah, and Believer ruined it.
Yeah.
Didn't ruin it, but it did not.
Kinda.
It did a disservice to it and disrespected it. So yeah, I can understand you getting emotional because it's such a beautiful scene, and this movie's so beautiful in its way.
Everything from this moment on. Look at how she's looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
And this last shot of Reagan right here.
Just good.
I think in the extended cut, it was a tighter shot.
That's
After
steep.
looking back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a steep little hill right there.
Yeah, in the extended cut, it's a tight shot of her, and she looks back, and then the car's in the shade, and then the car goes into like the glow and the warmth of the sun, and she smiles and waves.
Well, that they should have kept in. The one thing they should have kept in.
We did it.
We did it! Yay!
So great. So great.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Woo!
What do you rank it out of a 5? Not that I know y'all's answer. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
2.5? No.
It's like a 4 point. It's a 5.
5.
Yeah, it's a 5. It's got to be a 5.
Yes.
Even just like the way it makes you, the way
Makes
it affects
you
you.
feel. Makes you feel.
It makes you feel. That's a 5 alone. So now Mike's gonna go watch Exorcist 3 and
I am.
let us know what he. Are you really gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a snack and then go.
Ooh, what's your snack gonna be?
I have no idea yet. Is there
That
something I
sounds
should steer clear of?
I know what you should eat.
What's up?
Little mini pancakes.
Oh, if I had some, that'd be great.
I know.
It would be good. I hope you liked it, man. Yeah, let us know if you watch it.
I hope
Yeah.
so. I saw that Nick Push said it was fantastic too. So it seems like a lot of people like it. So I hope I like it.
Brad Dorff, George C. Scott.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's different, but it's good. It's really good, and just the fact that he wrote it and was like, you know what, I'm gonna direct it too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna make it exactly what I envisioned in my mind when I wrote this. So
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, guys, thank you for coming on. Thank you to everybody that tuned in and watched it with us. Marie survived.
I did. We all did it, guys. We made it. We made it through. I'm proud of us.
Super excited for our conversation Friday night, guys. I'm going to be.
Me too.
I'm going to be dead. I have to be up at 4 a.m. on Friday for Black Friday.
Oh, boo.
That's not bad.
What time are we doing the podcast? 8?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hope I'm alive. It's okay. I'll buck a couple energy drinks.
Did you want to do it earlier or is 8 just
8's fine.
okay?
Yeah, I'm good with 8.
Okay.
Honestly, I'll probably be there from like 4 to 4, probably.
Dog.
Yeah. Gross.
That's a day.
It's a day, but nothing will get me or push me through harder than wanting to know Marie's thoughts on Terrifier 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the first and the second one tomorrow.
Are you?
Okay.
Yeah, gonna get ready. I haven't seen the second one since last year, so.
Okay, we'll watch it in that order: the first, then the second.
I will.
Okay.
I'll watch the one that's less first, and then the one that's better.
Sometimes less is more. Sometimes less is more. It's not.
That's
You know what? No. Okay. No. I just can't wait. I can't wait to discuss, and so you guys.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
All that.
I can't wait. All right, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out with me. Appreciate it as always. This was good to get back on here.
It was.
We came back bang with this one.
Yeah. So who wants to pick the next movie? You don't have to pick tonight, but who wants to be the one to pick?
I picked this one, so
Did you?
All right,
either one of you.
Marie, you pick the next one.
No, because I picked Evil Dead remake. I think it's been a while since you picked one, Mike.
Okay, I'll pick one.
Okay.
All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see y'all very, very soon. Goodbye.
Later.
Goodbye.